Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going through a motor class today. So I've got my mat set up. This is a new mat that I just got that's extra large. If you're interested, just check the description. I'll have some information on the mat. But as far as my motor, I have it set up with my stands, one on each side. I want that motor to be very still. This is a balance class. This is a request from one of my members, so it's my second balance class. And if you like this one, please check out the first one. For my motor arm weight, we have three options. If the avocado buttons are open, that's 3 pounds. When I push one button in, that's 6 pounds. And if I were to push both buttons in, that's 9 pounds. I like working at a 3-pound weight, so you can choose whatever weight works for you. And if you've done this video several times, maybe you want to increase your weight, and you can do that. So I want you to go ahead and start with your straddling the motor and facing the arm. So this class is all about balance. So let's find our balance on the floor before we balance on the motor. So start to spread your toes. This is kind of something I automatically always do when I'm standing, just from my years of practice. So I'm spreading my toes wide, I'm lifting them up, and then I'm going to root them down towards the mat. Now find your tripod. So the tripod is the ball of the big toe, the ball of the baby toe, and the heel. And we're really trying to equalize the weight of the tripod. So you might want to go forward and just feel like what it feels like with all the weight in your toes and what it feels like with all the weight in your heels. And we are trying to equalize that. So we don't want to be forward in the toes. We don't want to be necessarily standing back in the heels. We want to be grounded through all 3 foot centers. So take a second to find that grounded position. From your feet, you're lengthening up as if you're being pulled up to the ceiling from the crown of the head. Take the arms and reach them up and over the head with a big inhale. So we're going to inhale those arms up and over the head. And exhale, let it go. Linking the breath with your movement, big inhales to come up. And exhale, let it go. Do that one more time. Nice big inhale up and over the head. And exhale, and let it go. We're just going to start squatting down. And when you squat down, bring those hands to your heart or over the head, whatever feels best for you, and then stand back up. So as you squat, can you keep the weight a little bit more into the heels? So now the weight's going to go back into the heels, and we're keeping the chest up. So I want you to look right out in front of you when you squat. We don't want to squat down and look towards the floor. We want to squat and look to the horizon. So my weight's going back into my heels, that 3rd foot center. My toes are getting a little bit lighter on my squat. So just getting used to the squat before we add it to the motor. I'm going to give you lots of levels today, lots of options, because the motor is pretty challenging to stand on. So we will be doing some things where we're standing both feet on the motor, but I'll give you options if that's too much, so everybody can be successful where they are. Now after one more squat, let's do a squat and then come up and tap the right toes to the motor. Squat and tap the left toes to the motor. So we're starting to just change our balance here by lifting one leg. So we're balancing on one leg and then balancing on the other leg. So just a squat and lift, squat and lift. Keep that nice big breath going. We're going to be doing a lot of full body movement today. And when we do full body movement, the heart rate gets up. And when the heart rate gets up, we've got to keep breathing to send oxygen into our muscles. So we're doing just a few more like that, please. And then when the left toes are on top the next time, you're going to stay on that side. So my left toes are now on top. I'm going to squat just on this side and come up and lift my right leg. So now all the weight's going into the motor foot, and I'm lifting that right leg to a hover. This might be enough for you. You might be able to take that right leg and bring it behind and just tap the motor. Good. And then the final option, instead of tapping the motor, let's go past the motor with the right leg and do a curtsy lunge. So I'm going to lunge and then squat. And then I'm going to lunge and then squat. Whatever arm pattern works for you. And squat and lunge and squat. Good. That little curtsy lunge and squat. We'll do 4 more on this side, and then we're going to break it down again on the other side. 3. Good. Here's 2. We'll go one more time, and then you'll stay on the side and then squat back to the left. So we're going to squat, tap the right foot on top, squat, tap the left foot on top, squat, tap the right foot on top. So back to the very beginning, just squat and tap, squat and tap. Just a few more of those. Squat and tap, and squat and tap. And then the next time that we have our right toes on top, we'll stay on that side. So I'm going to stay over to the right on this side. I want you to squat and then lift. So I'm putting all the weight on my right foot now. This might feel completely different than the other side. Each of our sides balance is a little different. Now maybe you can bring the left foot to the motor behind you. Little squat. I'm trying to, again, keep my chest upright, looking right out in front of me. And then maybe you're going to curtsy over. So that left foot goes behind you, curtsy, and then you squat. And then you curtsy, and then you squat. Good. So a little curtsy and squat and curtsy and squat. Good work. Just a few more here, please. And then we'll start to add the arms. And it's going to become a whole new ball game when we do that. Do one more. Good. Now come down and straddle. Put your left foot on top. We never want to grab for the handles unless we've got something weighty down the motor. So my left foot is going to weight down the motor body, and I'm going to reach and grab my straps. Good. Now from this position, I'm going to just do my arms first and no legs. So I'm going to do a bicep curl and then a lateral raise. Bicep curl and lateral raise. So again, I'm going to give you lots of choices. You can stay right here. This could be choice number 1. Good. But I'm going to start to add here. So when I bicep curl, I'm going to squat. And when I lateral raise, I'm going to lift my right foot. So I'm going to squat and lateral raise. Squat and lateral raise. Now remember the options we did without the arms, those same options apply. So maybe on that lateral raise, you're doing the curtsy lunge. Squat, curtsy lunge, like we did before. So you're doing your bicep lateral raise, leg option of your choice. Now you might feel that heart rate really getting up because we're working full body. A lot more oxygen your body needs to send it to all those muscles working. Let's go for 4, please. Now notice with this, when you're doing your work, the weight is going into the right leg. We're going to change it so the weight stays in the left leg the whole time. So you're still doing that bicep curl, lateral raise, but it's a tap. So you're doing a tap and a tap. That weight stays in my left leg. You're going to feel a lot of isometric burn here because that leg isn't moving. But we're really building up some heat for 4, 3, 2, do one more time through, and then step your feet down, put the straps away. Let's step and tap. Step and tap. All right, true 100% disclosure. I filmed this video, it was really great. The sound didn't work. So here I am again, filming it. I'm going to try to have the same amount of energy that I had the first time. It always happens when I think a video goes really good. I'm like, that was the best video ever. There's no sound. So here we go again. So the next time that you are on with the right foot, we're going to stay there. So the right foot is on the motor. You're going to reach forward and grab your handles and come up. So let's start with just the arms. Bicep curl, lateral raise. Bicep curl, lateral raise. Good. Now this side's going to be completely different. So choose your option. When I bicep curl, I'm going to squat. When I lateral raise, I'm going to come up on top. Bicep curl, squat, lateral raise on top. I do have the option of going curtsy lunge when I'm doing that lateral raise. So your choice. Good. See how that weight is transferring from side to side in the left leg? So we're giving that right leg just a little break. Now let's keep all the weight on the right leg and continue. So all the weight's going to stay in the right, and I'm just doing a tap, 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 tap. All that weight's going to be right in my right leg. I'm going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more round, and release. That was weird counting, but I wanted to get through it. Okay, so let's go ahead and release so we're even on the other side. We're going to tap and tap, tap and tap. Just recovering for a moment. Now I'm going to start to stand. I'm going to turn and stand so that my left side is closest to the motor arm. So let's go ahead and turn and stand, and our left side's closest to the motor arm. So I'm going to face away from you for a second. So put your right foot on the motor. It's a whole different base of support here. We're facing the side now. Pick up the front strap and put it in the right hand. So your right arm's going to do the draw the sword and back. Draw the sword and back. Again, we always want to have some weight in the motor, so my right foot is holding the motor down as I'm drawing the sword with the right arm. 3 more. Again, we'll do the same pattern where we do the arms, and then we do the legs, and then we put it all together. So after this last one, the left arm is going to have the strap, and we're going to go up and over the head and back. Up and over the head and back. Good. So similar to when we did our curtsy lunge, we're going to be going up and over the top with the left leg in just a moment. Let's do 3 more up and over the head. And 2. Now put the strap back in the right arm, please, and your left foot's either going to go up on top and back down. No arm yet, so my left foot's either coming to top or my left foot's going over the top and back. So the weight is transferring into my left, over and back. When you're comfortable with the leg motion, please add your draw the sword back in. So you're going to draw the sword and back. Draw the sword and back. Good. 3, 2. Keep your leg motion going. Left arm has the strap overhead press. Up and over the head and back. Up and over the head and back. 3, 2. Do 1 more. Now put the strap back in the right hand. Your right foot's going to stay on the motor. You can bring your left foot up to the motor, keep it behind you, or lift it and hold. We're going to draw the sword with the right arm once and do an overhead press with the left arm once. This is a lot of challenge with the balance, and switching from one arm to the other arm makes it even more fun. So I'm going to bring my left toes down when I need that balance check, and then bring them up when I feel okay. Good. Last 4, and 3, 2, and 1. First, you'll bring the left foot down, then you'll set the strap down, and then you can step off the motor. Let's go ahead and face away from the motor arm. Go ahead and bring your right foot on the motor. You're facing away from the arm, and reach back and pick up both the straps. So I've got my right foot on the motor. My thumbs are by my armpit. I have a little bend in my legs, and I'm going to start with my arms first. I'm doing a chest press, incline, chest press. Good. So just the arms. We'll get to the legs. Go for 3, please. 3, 2. Now hold the arms by your chest and lift your left knee. Lower your left knee. Lift your left knee. Lower your left knee. So I'm just holding my arms still. They are giving me a little support, actually, making it a little bit easier. After 2 more, I want you to alternate a knee lift and a chest press. A knee lift and a chest press. So here we go. 1 time knee lift, and then chest press. And then knee lift, chest press. So you're doing the chest press when the left leg is down, and that's actually easier. So you do have 1 more level that you can work, and that's doing it all together. So let's do a knee lift and a chest press. All together and back. All together and back. So we're moving the arms while we're balancing on 1 leg. Good job. 3 more to go here. 3, 2, 1, and done. Make sure you bring the straps back to rest before you take the foot off the motor and switch sides. So now I have my left foot on the motor. I'm going to reach again for my straps, and this time the arms are behind me. Roll the shoulders back, nice long back. I am hinged forward just a little bit here, and I want you to push your arms to the back of the room. Straight arm press, back and forward. Good. Again, we'll start with the arms, then we'll do the leg, and then the combination. Last 2, and 1 more. Now hold the arm still, pull the knee up, step it down. Knee up, step down. Find that gazing point in front of you. That's going to really help you to balance if you've got something that you're looking at. Good. Now we're going to add the arm back in. So do 1 time knee. When you're down, arm press. Knee, arm press. We still have 1 more level that we can work, putting it all together. So if you'd like to join me, next time put it all together. So it's knee press, knee press, knee press, knee press. Good. Spread those left toes wide. Find that nice base of support. We've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. You can put the straps down and step off the motor. Now I'm going to face you, and my right side is going to be closest to the arm. So I've got my right side closest to my arm. My left foot is now on the motor, and my left hand's going to reach for that far motor strap. So stand up really tall, starting with the arm first. Your left arm's going to draw the sword and back. Left arm draws the sword and back. You're doing a great job. So we're very stable here. Just want you to get used to the arm before we create some instability. Good. Last 2 here with the left arm drawing the sword. And now let's let the right arm go up and over the head and back. Up and over the head and back. And you might find for just the arm work you need more. So if you like during class, you can be switching the weight. I like to let things flow, so I don't like to do a lot of switching. But you could definitely do that if you wanted. Last 2. And 1 more. Now put the strap in the left arm, but don't work with it. So we're going to take the right foot, bring it on top, and just hold the arm still. You can keep doing the on top if that's enough, or you can go up and over and up and back. So we're going up and over the top. Now even though we're going over the top, we're not pushing our weight over the top. We're staying lifted and bright. Find that space in front of you right at your head height and look at it. So keep looking right out in front of you. Good. Now let's draw the sword, adding it back in. Drawing the sword, adding it back in. Good. Nice. 3 more to go. 2. And now the right arm. I'm going to keep doing the same leg motion. Right arm goes up over the head and back. So you get that moment where you're just balancing on the left leg. Three more, and then we'll do the combination with the held balance. 2 and 1. Now I'm going to stop and put my right foot on, And then the left hand is going to draw the sword once. The right arm is going to go up and over the head once. Maybe you're standing on just the left leg. Good. I was going to literally say this was easier, and then I took my foot down. So it's probably not easier. Good. Little bend in the joint so you're not locking out your left knee. Good work. 3 more rounds. 3. Try to lift your right toes if you can. 2. And 1 more round. Good. Step the right foot down. Put the strap away and step off your motor. All right, we're coming back to where we started, facing the motor. And I want you to put your right foot on. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit so I've got room behind me. Reach down and cross your straps and grab those crossed straps. You are going to hinge forward slightly from the hips and go into a high elbow row, pulling the elbows up and back. Right now, this is the most stable position. We're doing 3 positions, 3 choices. Second position, your left foot goes on the motor behind the right. A little more rocky, a little more challenge. Third position, you're going to lift that left leg behind you. That's when the ankle stability is needed. 3, 2. Now hold your elbows high. Let's punch out, in, and release. Elbows, punch, bend, release. So we're doing that high elbow pull with a punch at the end. Two more. 1 more. Good. Step down, put your straps away, and switch. So now I've got my left foot on top, my right foot is on the floor, and this time I'm going to grab my straps, but I'm not going to cross them. So I'm hinged forward slightly, shoulders down, arms are going to push back for tricep. Push, resist. Push, resist. Again, you can keep your left foot on. You could bring your right foot behind. You can lift your right leg behind up to kind of a warrior 3. Good. Last little bit of balance. 2 more. And now we're going to hold the arms back and alternate. Quick motion. Bend and press and bend and press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms down. Put your right foot down. Put your straps away and straddle. Back to where we started. I want you to straddle the motor. Spread your toes wide. Stand up nice and tall. Bring the arms up and over the head. When you get to the top, your right hand's going to grab your left wrist, and I want you to lean towards the right. Come all the way up and release the arms. Again, big inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. When you get up to the top, your left hand is going to grab the right wrist, and we're going to lean to the left. Now, I automatically do it, but I need to cue it. I drop my tailbone to find neutral, so I'm not arched through my back. If you have a tendency to arch, join me in doing that as well. Come back to the center and release the arms down. Take the arms over the head. Interlace your fingers and press your palms to the ceiling. And then turn the knuckles to the ceiling and bring the arms in front of you. Open your back, round forward, drop your chin slightly. And then stack back up, reach the arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and press your sternum up. Keep those elbows slightly bent, pressing the palms towards each other, opening the heart. Little mid-back stretch, but again, don't dump in the low back. Bring the arms in front of you. Your left arm crosses over your right. Your right arm's going to just pull that arm in. We are standing nice and tall. Bring that left arm up and over the head. Bring it behind you like you're going to give yourself a pat on the back. Right hand comes and grabs the elbow and you pull it up towards your ear for a tricep stretch. Release the arms all the way down. Bring the arms over your head, interlace your fingers. Press your knuckles to the ceiling. Bring the arms in front of you. Open that heart again. And then reach the arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and open the chest. Release the arms, bring the right arm in front of you, and grab it with your left. So your left kind of forearm is pushing into the right forearm. And then bring the right arm up and over the head, bring it behind your back. Right hand comes up to give your tricep a little stretch. Release your arms, take your shoulders, roll them up and back and down. Up and back and down. And one more up and back and down. All right, go ahead and have a seat on your motor. We're going to use the motor as a little foam roller. Hands are going to go behind the motor. Right foot is going to cross over the left knee and find a nice comfortable position where you can roll on that right hip. So that right hip we're going to give a little release to. Rolling and rolling back. And rolling and rolling back. Good, last two here. And then take that right leg, uncross it, cross your left leg over, and let's roll that hip. So we're rolling to the second side, getting a little release. Those hips did a lot of work on all those squats and lunges. Do one more. And then come forward. You can bring those legs out in front of you. Reach the arms up and over the head and just lay over your legs, giving your hamstrings and your low back a little stretch. So I'm just going to lay over the legs one last time. Let your head, your neck, your shoulders release. Take one more breath. And then you're going to stack your spine all the way up. You can cross your legs and sit comfortable. Again, relax the shoulders down your back. You can look over to your right. Use your hands on your knees to take a little twist. And then back to the center. You can look over your left shoulder. Again, hands can gently push the knees towards the right. And give yourself a little twist. And back to the center. Awesome job. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. I try to do a motor class one time a month. So if you have a request of a motor class you'd like to see, let me know. I'll film it for you. Thanks. I'll see you soon.